grab your book, What's Inside a Bird's Nest, and Other Questions About Nature and Life Cycles. This is by Rachel Ignatowski. All right, go ahead and turn to the first page and follow along with me. So look at these birdies, they just hatched from their eggs. Do you think they look hungry? Chirp, chirp, chirp. All around the world, baby birds want their breakfast. So look at these birds. They're in different types of nests. Do you think they're different species of birds? Bird parents rush to find food for their babies. They soar above the clouds, zigzag through trees, dive into the sea, swoop down from cliffs, hunt in the moonlight, and splash across ponds. Birds return home with a tasty meal for their young, and for many, this home is wherever they build a nest. Some nests are way up high. Check that out. This bird nest is on top of the building. Others are hidden inside old trees. There's one inside of this tree trunk. And some birds nest down low or even underground, while other birds weave nests among the plants and flowers. All birds begin life as an egg. Eggs can be colorful, like these, or have spots and speckles. So here are the spots and speckles. And some birds lay many eggs, and others lay only one. Which one of these lays many eggs and which one lays only one? Can you see? But how does an egg become a bird? Why are birds important? And what's inside a bird's nest? Well, science will help us answer these questions. Before there can be an egg, a bird needs to find a mate. It all starts with the courtship. Sound is how birds communicate. Springtime comes alive with a frenzy of bird calls. Tweet, tweet. Songbirds let out a tune to attract a partner. Complicated songs are how these birds show off their strength and skill. So all these birds are singing. You can tell by these musical notes, right? Songs are just one of the many ways a bird finds a mate. Some birds do a dance. See that? And there are birds that are famous for their colorful displays, like the peacock. He's got so many beautiful feathers. And many birds give gifts to impress the partner. There is even a kind of bird that builds a work of art. There are birds whose relationship lasts only seconds, and birds that pair for a lifetime. Aww, they've got hearts around them. And most bird behavior falls somewhere in between. Pair bonds usually last for at least one mating season. When birds mate, the male bird fertilizes the female's egg. Pair-bonded birds will raise their young together. To prepare for new eggs, birds build a nest. It's hard work, but worth it. A nest will cradle the eggs and keep them hidden from hungry predators, like these guys, the fox and the raccoon. Finding the perfect place for the fragile egg is important. So they want to make sure that the nest is nice and soft for the eggs to lay in. Birds are born knowing how to build their nest. Instinct tells them what to do. So do you know what instinct means? It means that they naturally know what to do. It's something they're born with. It's not something they had to learn. Some build nests that are gigantic, and there are birds that create complicated weavings, while others' nests are teeny tiny. And there are those who make a simple scrape or mound in the dirt, like the flamingo. See? Once the nest is completed, the female bird lays her eggs. Birds sit on their eggs to keep them warm. This is called incubation. Eggs need constant warmth to grow. The nest acts like a cozy sweater. An egg starts out as a single cell. A fertilized egg has an embryo. This is an unhatched bird in its earliest stages. Right? That's what it starts off as an embryo. Cells divide and multiply, building different body parts, and each part of the egg helps the embryo become a bird. So here are the different stages, and inside you can see the bird is growing. Birds must guard their nest. Eggs make a tasty meal for many animals. Predators like snakes, cats, foxes, and even other birds see nests as a cookie jar filled with goodies. And certain kinds of birds can be a big problem. There are sneaky birds that lay their eggs in others' nests. You see that? So one bird will go through all that trouble of building a nest, and another one will come and try to take it. Birds squawk and fight to defend their nest. Others lead predators away from the nest by faking an injury. So this is a killdeer, and he's pretending to be hurt so he can say to the skunk, "Look over here, I'm injured, follow me this way." And some will nest next to a tough neighbor, like a wasp nest, and that'll help keep the predators away. While others find strength in numbers. All of these birds are in one gigantic nest. With time and care, a baby bird is ready to hatch, and soon there is a peck, peck, and a wiggle, 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 and pop. Many new birds start life blind, bald, and noisy. A newborn bird is called a hatchling. And the first thing he comes out saying is, "I'm hungry." Birds grow at different speeds. Most birds that nest in trees are born completely dependent on their parents. Many ground nesting birds and water birds hatch with fluffy feathers and can walk. And some birds even break out of their shells ready to swim and hunt for food. Hatchlings grow their first fuzzy feathers and open their eyes. They are now nestlings. So this is a hatchling, a nestling, and a fledgling. Babies are fed constantly to become big and strong. When a bird is nearly ready to leave the nest, it's called a fledgling. So this one is ready to leave. Fledglings practice flying by hopping and flapping their wings. Soon they leave the nest for their first flight. They are now juvenile birds. See? They learn to hunt as their colorful adult feathers grow in. Old feathers fall out, and this is called molting. Do you see the feathers falling out? But it's completely normal. Once they are fully grown, birds soar through the sky ready to take on the world. And there he goes, and now he's an adult. Birds are the only animal with feathers. A feather's special shape allows birds to fly. Birds constantly preen to clean their feathers. So here's a picture of bird anatomy. So this is what the inside of the bird looks like. So you can see its skeleton here, and they have hollow bones. So their bones have a honeycomb structure which provides strength and large air pockets, and this is what allows them to fly. Their bones are hollow, which makes them light. Birds have different shaped beaks, feet, and wings. So here are the differences in the beaks, the feet, types of wings. All birds have wings, but some birds cannot fly, like the ostrich, which is my favorite bird. Birds need lots of food to power their flight. There are birds that are fierce hunters. Birds of prey are carnivores that eat meat. Birds hunt in the air, on the land, and in the sea. Some are scavengers. They find dead things to eat and are part of nature's cleanup crew. So these guys like to eat meat. And most birds are opportunistic and will eat meat and plants. Animals with this diet are called omnivores. So they also like to eat insects and nectar and berries, seeds, fruits, and insects are a favorite meal. Every bird is part of nature's complicated food web. Birds are nature's gardeners. Those that munch on plants will drop seeds as they snack. Some birds hide seeds to eat later, just like a squirrel hides nuts. And fallen and forgotten seeds can end up planted in the soil. Birds hunt insects that feast on crops, and they are nature's pest control. So, eating means pooping, and birds poop a lot. Bird poop is a fertilizer filled with nutrients. This creates rich soil for plants to grow. Bird poop often has undigested seeds, and with the splat, they get planted. So there goes the seeds into the ground, and now the plants will grow. The changing seasons trigger one of the Earth's biggest animal journeys called a migration. Winter weather means fewer resources, and certain birds fly heroic distances in search of warmth and food. So here you can follow a bird's flight for migration. And here are the different types of birds that migrate. How does a bird know where to go each year? Birds navigate using the sun and the stars. Birds also have special senses that can tell where the north and south poles are, just like a compass. And cold weather in fall tells migratory birds to fly south for warmth. Seasons changing from winter to spring tell birds to return north where it's warm. Each year, many birds return to where they were born to build a nest and lay eggs. Adult birds court and find their mate. A nest is built for new eggs. Eggs are laid and incubated, and baby birds hatch and are cared for. Babies grow feathers and practice flying. They take their first flight. And fully matured, they are now ready to find a mate, and the cycle of life continues. So we've learned what's inside a bird's nest and why birds are important. Certain birds are keystone species. This means other wildlife depends on them. And there are birds that are pollinators. They help plants make more seeds by spreading pollen as they eat from flowers. Just like a precious egg, birds need our protection, and there are many ways to help. So turn your lawn into a diverse garden with local plants. Be a responsible pet owner, clean up litter and stop pollution, and protect our planet and wild spaces. Protecting our planet starts with learning more. How will you keep exploring? Our Earth is filled with wonder and discovery, just like a hungry baby bird leaving the nest. You'll feed your curiosity, grow, and learn more. Chirp! And in the back are some sources and resources like educational activities and other books that you can read if you'd like to learn more about birds. For our program activity, we're going to be making birdhouses. Natural resources for birds shrink every year, but we can help. Putting out feeders and houses helps birds find food and shelter. All right, well, I hope you have fun making your very own birdhouse, and I hope you send us a picture of how it turns out. Have fun with it.